Greetings! This is a presentation of my UU History Interactive Lap Book. So if you see the front here, if you open it, it looks a little bit like this. And you'll see that it has mini books, and each of the mini books does something, opens in some form or another. And then you see that it opens again, kind of like a puzzle. And then here we have a lot of other little mini books that do things. And you see that it opens again in this direction. And now it kind of looks a little bit like that. But then it opens again and again. And when a person is finished reading this section, I would close it all back up again. And then this section opens. Like so. Now we have it like this. Then this section opens again, like that. Now here I added a couple extra things to this that were not actually in our UU history class, just because I thought they were interesting. I have the Sargent House Museum, which is the house that belonged to Judith Sargent Murray, and this is a picture of it. And I got all kinds of information on that. It's now a museum that houses all of her things and her husband's things, and there's paintings from another relative that are housed there. And then the Elizabeth Plummer Peabody Bookstore, which is there. It's now a restaurant, but at one point in time this was where Margaret Fuller hosted her lectures for women of the Transcendental Movement. And I have the history of the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee and how Standing on the Side of Love began. History of Star Island and the Arlington Street Church. History of King's Chapel and the First Church in Boston. And then you have Murray Grove, Ferry Beach, and Walden Pond with a little bit of information about each of those. And then when you turn it this way, you see all of the presidents since the UUA merged. A little bit of information about each of them, from what they were standing for when they were presidents in the UUA, and when they were born and where they were born and who they were married to. And then when you go to close it, you see my congregational history. This is my congregation's history from 1985, just a brief summary. And then a little bit of other UU history trivia in cards. And then on the back, I have some resources and websites that a reader could go to find information on other people. There's several biography websites and famous UU websites and a journal on UU history and the UU History and Heritage Society. So that is my final project. This will be going in my atrium for my Spirit Play class, and I've already shown it off to a couple different people who thought it was very neat and had learned a couple things from it. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye-bye.